Hawk sent me one final report. He's on his way to Weishaupt. The Grey Wardens are gone as well. Adamant Fortress has been sealed. Hugh dealt Corypheus a significant blow, Inquisitor.
Wasn't just me, I hope so. It's not enough. Let's capitalize on this. Well, these are always good to go for.
The Grey Wardens are active in other nations. If we put out a discreet warning about the danger they pose...
We may improve our standing with nations already concerned about the Wardens. I will take the matter to Josephine.
Good.
You took an army from Corypheus, but that will matter little if Orlais falls into chaos. All arrangements have been made for the ball in Halam Shiral. Let us know when you are ready to proceed.
Will do, thank you.
Remind me what we know about the plot against Selene.
The Venatori are planning some kind of attack on the Imperial Court. Corypheus may even be fueling the conflict between the Empress and her cousin, Grand Duke Gaspard.
Quite possibly.
If we warn Selene, she may prove a most valuable ally against Corypheus.
Okay. There are things I need to do first.
I'll go as soon as I am able.
Good. Cullen, Josephine and I will discuss the best way to gain an audience with the Empress. Speak with us when you are ready.
Will do.
What was she like? Divine Justinia, or her soul, or the spirit that took her form. I read your report. I know it isn't clear, but...
Of all things, whatever she became in there, and I do now believe it was at least part her. Maybe that's a comforting blanket, now knowing that she's the one that saved me and not Andraste. But if you can't be saved by Andraste herself, the Divine is... the next best thing, I suppose. So maybe I'm fooling myself again. But this is true. She was.
She seemed calm. Serene, even. And she guided us the whole way through.
that does sound like her.
She did ask me to tell you something, though. She said, "I'm sorry. I failed you too."
Oh. I should finish this before it slips my mind. Perhaps later we might discuss the matter further.
Sure.
Thank you.
Sure. Ooh, acquired a Master Corrupting Rune. How nice. How nice for me. Alright. Well. Hello everybody, my name is Joe Guy and welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. I have started a new episode with this. Now, I caught most of my approval gains and disgains, ungains, less gains, losses from the decision that I made. But I didn't catch them all, so I'm not sure who's gonna do what. Dorian seems to think that was quite dramatic. Blackwall obviously disapproves. Cole approved. And in fact, like, before I tapped out, one thing that he did say after, and I would be lying if I said this didn't influence my decision, one thing he said after I chose to help the Grey Wardens and kind of my initial decision, Marcus can be wishy-washy sometimes, can't he, is that, just very simply, but they hurt people. And that's true. I don't think they meant to, but they did. And I think that Hawk had a point, is despite influences, you are alone with your actions. And we saw that, what the hell was her name? Cyril, or... Well, so if you can hear my cat meowing in the background, she's doing the thing for attention where she's going up to the window. I've actually started
Inquisitor.
Kicking her out the room when she does this because it is annoying as all hell. But... I won't do that now, we'll just let her meow herself into oblivion. Sorry if you can hear that. What the hell was I gonna say? Oh yeah, the previous warden leader, though clear that she cared and was a good woman who sacrificed herself heroically, she still had doubts and she still proceeded with the sacrifice. We know that from her letter. I guess I would like trying to be objective as possible. And when I make decisions like that, I tend to try and consider what could be as opposed to what has occurred in the past. But that time, I looked at what occurred in the past and realized that I can't trust them as an institution. And maybe that's the development for Markus, because I definitely said a little while ago in my musings about ever gaining approval with Solas again that I would, I expect that I wouldn't, because I, as Markus, am kind of in favour of institutions running things. But the Grey Wardens kind of proved themselves to not be up to the task and to be corruptible, and nothing which happens says that it wouldn't happen again. Aside from the fact that they may know better this time. And that's not enough on its own. So maybe Markus disbanded an old institution in favour of a potential new one, or finding a new way, and maybe that's close to what he wants to do with the Circle. That's how my brain's kind of going at the moment. Hey, D.
The Inquisitor's work is never done, I see.
No.
I should go.
Try not to kill anyone without me. Questions.
No, bye.
I should go.
I think
Try not to kill anyone without me.
he just disapproved. There wasn't anything dramatic to it. Hey, buddy.
I cannot believe the Grey Wardens could even conceive of such a plan. To seek out these old gods deliberately in some bizarre attempt to preempt the Blight.
Jeez. It's a good idea. Seek out this old god deliberately in some bizarre attempt to preempt the Blight. You don't believe it? I'm not sure what I think of it. The final conclusion I came to the plan is that you go with Grey Wardens in force to an old god. Either you kill it or it becomes tainted and starts a blight. However, if it does start a new blight, then it is... If it does start a new blight, then it has no army assembled yet, except potentially the Grey Wardens who came to find it, which is its whole own thing, honestly. But that doesn't really how it works. I don't know enough, honestly. I really don't. I don't know, the alternative is to hope it doesn't happen again, but it will. It will, and it assembles its army, and then you have to fight through the army to get at it. I really don't know. I really don't know. Yeah. I'm just gonna go neutral as I can on this.
And calling the army of demons. That's my favorite part.
The demons are nothing. They're a tool.
A tool that would have let Corypheus ride roughshod over most of Orlais.
Even if they hadn't, the entire idea is wrong. The Blight is not something one smugly outsmarts. Forgive me. The entire idea is unnerving.
Why?
Greetings.
I need to know more about Corypheus.
We've taken his army. He lacks the conventional forces to take Orlais. He must see Orlais destroyed utterly by whatever means possible.
Good.
Not merely thrown into chaos.
Good, we're making progress. And this has appeared now, which is a benefit, certainly. Let's see where this goes.
I'm interested in what you told me of yourself and your studies. If you have time, I'd like to hear more.
You continue to surprise me. All right, let us talk. Preferably somewhere more interesting than this.
Really? Where are we going? If I see silk sheets, I'm not going to be amused. I'm a loading screen. Okay. BRB. What?
Why here?
Why? What? How here?
Haven is familiar. It will always be important to you.
We talked about that already.
Oh.
I sat beside you while you slept, studying the anchor.
Oh. Okay. Were we in the Fade? What's going on? This feels too lucid for the Fade. I mean, yes, I am grateful for that.
I'm glad someone was watching over me.
You were a mystery. You still are. I ran every test I could imagine. Searched the Fade, yet found nothing. Cassandra suspected duplicity. She threatened to have me executed as an apostate if I didn't produce results.
Oh, well, these days.
I would never have agreed to that.
You were in no position to argue.
Yeah.
You were never going to wake up? How could you? A mortal sent physically through the Fade. I was frustrated, frightened. The spirits I might have consulted had been driven away by the breach. Although I wished to help, I had no faith in Cassandra, or she in me. I was ready to flee.
Well, you didn't, though.
But you stayed.
I did. I told myself, one more attempt to seal the rifts. I tried and failed. No ordinary magic would affect them. I watched the rifts expand and grow, resigned myself to flee, and then...
Yeah.
It seems you hold the key to our salvation. You had sealed it with a gesture. And right then, I felt the whole world change.
It says I'm glad you stayed, but it's like the stoic thing. I don't get this. I have this one and this one, and I don't know. I don't know what this is. This mattered to you. Of course it did.
For all our sakes, I'm pleased that you stuck around.
As am I. You have fractured rules of man and nature, and you will shatter more before you are done. Visiting me here, even as a mage, it should not have been so easy for you.
What do you mean?
Really?
Where do you think we were?
This isn't real.
Well, duh.
That's a matter of debate. Probably best discussed after you wake up.
Ah! Touché. The fuck? Walk the Fade at night. More loading. Oh look, my room. Which is great, because now I have to go downstairs. Go down here. Wait, is there something in here? I was gonna, like, complain for a second about being landed with another loading screen. There's a mission marker, though. Having said that, it also shows that around in general. What is this? It's the bloody war room. Yes, they did just land me with another loading screen. Hello? Here we go again. Oh, here we go. My cat's hungry, so I'm just feeding her a treat. Hiya. Here you go. Yeah, that'll keep her going. Might not keep her off my back, but it'll keep her going for a little bit. It's a little past her feeding time, so I thought I'll give her something. Right, well we'll deal with our guilty party after I've had a bit of time to process. I'm going to immediately see Solas, though.
Now this is a hall worthy of the Inquisition.
Oh shit, yes! Yeah! Goodbye, scaffolding. Hello, everything else.
Inquisitor.
Oi, brain.
Sleep well?
Ugh. That was incredible.
I've never done anything like that before.
Ugh.
Do you regularly talk to people in dreams?
No. Consider that one more rule you have effortlessly broken in your rise to power. I had no idea that the anchor would allow you to dream with such focus.
Really?
It is truly remarkable. But I am reasonably certain we are awake now. And if you wish to discuss anything, I would enjoy talking.
Let's not go there, exactly. A bit too Inception for my taste. but it sort of makes sense. The Anchor is a pierce into the Fade. Gives me a good link to the Fade, so I must dream very vividly. And very clearly.
I'd like to hear more about what you saw in your exploration of the Fade.
I would be happy to share it with you.
Oh, goodness me. We're really getting into it, aren't we? Well, let's do it.
Tell me about the old ruins you explored.
I found the ruin of Barandur, a lost Tevinter city buried deep beneath a dead and barren wasteland. Volcanic ash had sealed it tight. In one dark moment, every living creature in the city seared and smothered. They were statues in the ashes, like a mold made to recall the lost.
So one thing about Solas is because he walks in memories, his extreme reaction to any plan to mess with the Blight probably comes from things that he's actually seen, you know? Memories are interpretations of events which happened, but maybe that gives them greater clarity in terms of the emotions that the victims were feeling. And maybe even a little bit more about the Darkspawn themselves.
Tell me about a spirit you encountered.
I met a friendly spirit who observed the dreams of village girls as love first blossomed in their adolescence. With subtlety, she steered them all to village boys with gentle hearts, who would return their love with gentle kindness.
Nice.
The matchmaker, so I called her.
Huh.
That small village never knew its luck.
Really? That's interesting. You see a lot of beauty in that world. Of course, you telling me that story in particular, I'm sure you saw some horrors too.
Tell me about the old memories you found in the Fade.
I saw a savage human horde go marching toward the battlefront. They sang a soldier's hymn to keep formation. The primal music shook the ground. These savage, unwashed warriors carried harmonies no chantry choirs mastered. Though their cause was all but hopeless, they sang songs that made the spirits weep.
Interesting. Alright.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
Nice to break that barrier with you, Solas, truly. I was worried it would never happen. Circumstance dictated otherwise. Pleased for it. I wonder what my decision will cost us. Again, all you can really do is make it in character. What are you doing here?
Inquisitor, if you're looking for the commander, he's gone to speak with Seeker Pentecost.
Where? Over there? No. Over there? No. Where? Down here in the... No. I don't know where. Where? It says on this level somewhere. I guess we'll just see if we run into them. I mean, I don't really want to get into anything too later. We've got 10 minutes left in this episode and in this session. I just want to speak to a couple of people. And then we'll do the rest of kind of the speaking to people next time. Who is most affected by this? Cole greatly approved. Blackwall, of course, jeez. Alley-oop. There we go. Okay, here we go. Yep. Still working. Still working. Still got them home knees. With Blackwall's gone as well. Blackwall. Where is he? Map says he should be here. He's not here. Where the bloody hell is he? Oh. Oh! I was literally about to say, I guess he doesn't want to speak to us at the moment. Hey.
Someone I knew once described adamant to me. Adamant is, and always will be, the Order, he said. A guardian on the edge of the abyss. The lone soul that stares into oblivion and doesn't waver. That's what Warden Commander Clarel tried to be. Well, they all tried to be. None of the Wardens we saw wavered. They gave their lives willingly. They died for us. And Corypheus twisted their sacrifice to make it his own.
For better or for worse, it's over now.
We stopped him. We saved most of the wardens.
But not all of them. And they died thinking they were doing something good.
I know.
There's no one to blame but Corypheus. Even Clorel's intentions were righteous. Her desire to protect was so great it led her astray. It's not right. To want to do good, to be good, and have that turned against you.
I know. Always comes down to intention. We can still try. Both these are good. But you've got to be careful. My original decision to try and take the wardens in and help them was going to be me trying to do good in the face of odds which I just didn't find favourable. And then I changed my mind. I decided that I can't help them and do what I need to do at the same time. At the very least, I remember their intentions.
Don't think of what went wrong. Think of their intentions, their sacrifice. Honor their selflessness.
Clorel made mistakes, but she was a great woman. And she died a great woman. It's not the armor or the trappings of the Order. It's not the joining. At the heart of it, all a warden is a promise. To protect others, even at the cost of your own life.
Perhaps I made their leaving is a form of sacrifice. Perhaps I made that decision for them. I don't know. The decision to send them away sits...
Apologies, but the quartermaster...
I could just sort of tell it's sitting righter with me than it would have had I let them go. Had I taken them in. That would have just been hanging over my head. One of those decisions which you make because of what should be the right reason. Oh, looks like they're over here. I don't want to go see them at the moment. It's like Cassandra's over there. But let's not speak to her right now either. Instead, let's go to the pub. No, let's go speak to Varric instead. See if he has any weigh in on Hawk coming and going. Hey. Wow. New low. Not even there for a second. You okay?
I knew Stroud, you know, not well.
Yeah?
He led the wardens near Kirkwall.
Remember this tune?
Not many people knew who he was, but the man was a hero when it mattered. He wasn't the first good man to fall to Corypheus. He won't be the last. This story's no good for heroes.
You must be glad that Hawk made it back in one piece.
Yeah, closest thing I've ever seen to a miracle there. Oh, Hawk asked me to tell everyone back in Kirkwall where he's going. I'll have to let Merrill know. I'd better write some letters. Excuse me.
Meryl. I forgot about her for a bit. Another person will be pleased. Huh. Gutsy. Alright. Alright. I reckon this will be a slightly shorter episode, but I'm going to call it here. Down here on this wee stoop. I kind of like it here. This could be a place I gravitate to. It's kind of central to everything. It's got its wee plateau. Little bits to kind of walk around on. A small area like that is something that I like. Whether it's the balcony in the Hawk Estate or the little hillock in my camp in Dragon Age Origins. This could work. Maybe. Made a hell of a decision in this session to banish the Grey Wardens from a whole country. Under any other circumstances, I would have thought it foolish. And to an extent, it could still be. But it sits in my chest a lot righter than taking them in and having this potential corruption vulnerable in my own ranks. It's not my job to bring the Grey Wardens back from the brink, you know? And yes, as Inquisitor, more so than when I was a Grey Warden in Dragon Age Origins. In Dragon Age Origins, Nathan was very, very focused on the Blight, you know, to the exclusion of everything else. Didn't care about politics or necessarily about making the land better. Well, no, tell a lie, he did, but only if it really didn't go out of his way to do it. You know, he brought Alistair and Honora together because he thought that that would work, and it didn't harm his going against the Blight whatsoever. In this, as the Inquisitor, my job is to stop Corypheus, but also the land is... I feel a lot more involved in what's going on in the land than I did before. Maybe that's to do with the war table and constantly sending out troops to fix one problem or another. Maybe it's because I started this story in the midst of trying to help sort out the Circle Templar conflict. I definitely do want to make this world better, but taking on and fixing the Wardens when they were leaderless is too much. It's too much for this Inquisitor. I'm better off focusing on other things and hoping that their aid does not prove to be the keystone. There aren't a huge amount of circumstances in which having the remnants of the Grey Warden Order helping the Inquisition would make or break this conflict, but it could happen. You never know. You just gotta do what you think is right in the moment. And as a player, do what your character would do based on the information. And I'm comfortable that I did that. I'm sorry that I had to select one option to realize it was the wrong one, but I literally, going back a few seconds to change a decision is not something I'm uncomfortable doing whatsoever. I hope that's okay by you guys too. So thank you very much for watching, everybody. In the next session, I think we're going to get back to side questing. Not sure what's on the agenda. Guess we'll see. See you in the next one.